caught it. So there we go. Gonna be doing an amazing cook today. We'll be using these poblanos. This is not jalapenos. I think we've all seen jalapeno poppers done a little bit much, right? I know I have. But now I'm gonna be doing something completely out of the box, completely different. Been wanting to do this for a little while. This is gonna be fun. I'm basically gonna be doing a buffalo chicken dip inside the poblano, wrapped in bacon. So let's get into it.
Let's go!
So hopefully we get to play football this season, right? I know I'm looking forward to it. And there's nothing better than having game time appetizers. For me, you know, obviously jalapeno poppers are, you know, they're okay, they're cool. But if I can pull this off, this is going to be really cool. Again, I'm going to be basically making a buffalo chicken dip that's going inside these poblanos, and then they're going to be wrapped in bacon. And we're going to serve that as our appetizers for the game. Well, you know, if there was a game. Hopefully there will be. Hopefully you'll follow along in this process. I can't wait to show you some of the tips and tricks that I'm going to use for this cook. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, obviously, we got to slice our poblanos. Just going to slice these right down the middle. Trying to be as exact as I possibly can. I'm actually going to leave the stem on for presentation purposes. You don't have to do that. Main thing for these poblanos, or really any pepper that you're doing this with, is obviously get the seeds out. So I don't have a sink out here, so basically what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take these inside and wash the seeds out after I get these popped. But basically what I'm doing is just taking this part off, and then what I also like to make sure I do is you got to really get in there and get that vein. That's really where the heat's at, and I don't want these to be overpowering. The poblanos ain't really that hot, but I'm trying to keep this as mild as possible because it's really about the dish, right? It's not about how hot we can make this. Now if you want to make it hotter and you want to leave the seeds or whatever, you can do that, but I wouldn't recommend it. Like I said, I like to get these clean as possible, and what I'll do is essentially I will take these, wash these underneath cold water real sink, get all the seeds out from underneath them. But what I'm going to be basically doing is formulating that chicken dip. After I get that made and processed, then we're going to just fill this in, and then I'm going to wrap these up with some thick bacon, and then we're going to smoke them. And I think this is going to turn out really good. Alright, so I got all those cleaned and washed out, and so these are ready to be good to go. We'll get all these set up. Next step, voila, we have the chicken. This is the chicken breast. I've already basically split these chicken breasts, and then of course did my best to tenderize them. If you want to see that in another video, I'll be more than happy to show you, but it's pretty straightforward. Next I'm going to take some Louisiana hot sauce. This is my favorite hot sauce. I'm basically putting this on here primarily just as a binder. I like this hot sauce. It's fun to use. We'll be using this also in the recipe as well today. This is actually their sweet heat with honey. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I actually like their hot sauce. It's really good. Definitely adds flavor too. But yeah, this is primarily just going to be used for a binder. So get that on the chicken. Let that rest for just a brief second. And then of course, next, we're going to season these up. First things first, I'm going to be using that green jalapeno sea salt from our friends at Gusto Vite, which I love so much. I actually just used this too recently on that stuffed tri-tip. But I've used this on some other dishes as well. I just really like it. It's really flavorful. Definitely adds some depth to the meat. And like I said, we like this spicy, and we're going to, obviously with it being buffalo chicken, we want it to be spicy, right? So get that on there real quick, and then next step, just gonna basically put on my own heat seasoning. We make this at home. I'm hoping one day that I'll have the opportunity to actually sell this, but for now, Just something we like to use on a variety of our dishes, and works out good. So if you don't, obviously you can't buy this, but not yet, maybe one day. You can use a variety of fajita seasonings out there if you like. I'll also put down below kind of some of the seasonings that are included in this, so you can have something similar if you want to make it. I just know a lot of people don't have time these days to be making seasonings, but we always pre-make this in advance and always seem to have plenty of it. So get that all seasoned up. I'm gonna allow this to rest, let this sweat out a little bit. We'll get these on the skillet, get them grilled. It's gonna be about 3 to 4 minutes per side, and then from there, then we're gonna basically get this chicken shredded, and then we're gonna go from there to making our basically our buffalo chicken dip, which will in turn be put on here. So stay tuned, definitely more to come. Just gonna put this on here. Each of these pieces of chicken, like I said, I'll probably cook these for about, I don't know, 3 to 4 minutes per side. Flip them over, and then we'll get these, let them cool off, and then we'll shred them. Flip these birds. 2 more minutes, and we'll be done. Alright, so if you haven't seen this before, I guess you get to see it this time. Basically what I like to do in order to shred my chicken breast, and I think this is the easiest way to do it, is I put mine into a mixer after it's cooled down for a little bit, and just turn it on and let it pull apart. And that's basically how I pull chicken. We're going to get all this pulled so we can get it into the mixture, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to hit this with just a little bit more seasoning, and I'm just going to stir it up. Toss it, if you will, and then we'll get this into the mixture. Alright, so I got basically some a block of Philly cream cheese that's, you know, obviously warmed a little bit, and I'm just going to take this chicken. This is about, I don't know, this is about two or three cups. I'm just going to do a majority of it. I'm not going to do every single piece of this. Some of this we'll save for another dish later on. I kind of know where to do it. I'm going to try to keep this around 2 cups. Then I'm going to put in next, I'm going to put in half a cup that Louisiana honey sweet hot sauce. Next I'm going to put in basically just a tablespoon of minced garlic. Next I'm throwing in half a cup of sour cream. Alright, so now I'm just mixing this together, and yeah, I think this is going to be really good. I actually thought about making this recipe about 2 months ago, almost 2 months ago. Just never had the time, opportunity, and sometimes that's what it's about, having the time, opportunity, and of course the ingredients. So, but this buffalo chicken dip already looks fantastic. So I'm definitely excited about getting this in there, getting this into the peppers, and you can use this obviously for game day. Hopefully we have a lot of those this year, and I'm looking forward to getting this into the peppers, get them wrapped in the bacon. So let's move on to that step. I'm going to taste a little bit of this. Wow, that's really good. It's not pungent. It's got a great flavor. I mean, you can actually taste just the flavors of the buffalo chicken, and honestly, when I get this into that poblano and then I get this bacon wrapped around it, I think it's going to be the perfect combination. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and obviously if you like this post, hit that like button. And of course, if you have any comments or suggestions on things that you want me to see do in the future, by all means let me know. I definitely want to showcase anything that I could possibly do as far as future cooks, things that you would like to see done, especially as it relates to grilling outdoors. But I cook indoors too, so just hit me up in the comments down below. Alright, so I basically bought some thick cut bacon on purpose. The reason for that is because I know it's going to take a little while for this to cook. I'm going to cook all these indirect, so I'm not really worried about it having to render down quickly. And quite frankly, I think the bacon flavor is just going to add a little bit to this. So with that being said, I've got this Dr. Bacon OG. I'm going to be using this on a few of the slices. We'll do this on 4 of them. We'll keep this equally proportioned. This is like a really peppery flavored seasoning. I've used it a couple times. It's definitely good on pork. It's intended for bacon, as it says, and like I said, it works out really good. So I'm going to use that on those. Also, my friends at Guste Vite. It's even got my face on there. This is that Kentucky Kick. So I'm going to use this on that bacon right here, on these other 4 pieces, as you can probably see. And then we'll wrap the bacon over top after we get the filling into the poblano. So yeah, this should definitely be good. Alright, so we're just basically gonna fill these poblanos up with this buffalo chicken dip. I'm gonna make sure I get in the crevices, make sure we get deep down in there, because I want this to be filled and I want it to be good. And yeah, if you're gonna make these, I mean, you might as well do it right? So just gonna make sure I get these completely filled before we wrap them. Make sure they're covered good too. Like I said, with peppers, obviously down, especially at the ends, you want to just kind of press down and make sure you're getting all those filled. And there you go. This is our first ever buffalo chicken dip stuffed poblano. So basically it's time to wrap these up. Basically using this thick cut bacon to wrap these in. And I'm just going to basically use the bacon against itself. And what that means is basically just taking each piece of the bacon and making sure that it wraps completely around each other and then back over again. And there you have it. Your first poblano chicken dip stuffed wrapped in bacon. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. Oh yeah, check them out. They're all wrapped, ready to go. We'll get these on the smoker going indirect, so stay tuned for that, and then we'll get these bad boys rolling. Can't wait to see how they turn out. These are, again, stuffed poblanos with chicken dip wrapped in bacon. Definitely gonna make a huge appetizer, possibly a meal. So stay tuned. We'll see how it turns out. Alright, so basically I got the Prime 6 charcoal, as you can see, rolling over there. Putting these stuffed poblanos with chicken dip wrapped in bacon on this side. And then of course, be careful with that. I also got some cherry wood in there, just to add a little flavor to this cook. But yeah, this should be good. Definitely hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Obviously, at the end. And if you have any other tips or tricks that you'd like to share, obviously let me know that as well. Getting these on the Blaze Kamado should be good. Definitely looking forward to see how this turns out. Yeah, those look good. Alright, it's time to let them roll. I got this set about 300 degrees on the Blaze Kamado. Might take it down, try to get it down to 275. We'll see how that works out for me. But yeah, it should be a fun cook. Oh yeah. Those bacon wrapped chicken buffalo dip stuffed poblanos are looking amazing. I wouldn't say we got too much more longer to go. The bacon's starting to crisp up a little bit, so it definitely looks good. As you can see a little bit of the chicken dip coming through, buffalo dip coming through, but man, you can just smell it. It smells amazing, so definitely can't wait to see how these turn out. So alright, so I think we're at the done point. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off. We'll get some pretty pictures of these, obviously. But man, they sure do look good. I can't wait to share how they turn out and obviously how they taste. So let's get into it. This is awesome. You definitely gotta try this out. If you like chicken buffalo dip and you love jalapeno poppers, this is a great mix between the two. I'm just telling you. This is better than any jalapeno popper I've ever had, and by far the best way I've ever had buffalo chicken dip. So check out the recipe down below. Again, don't forget to like this post if you like it, and of course, subscribe. There's a lot more creative dishes coming down the path, and I'd definitely love to share it with you. And of course, if you have any other comments down below, please let me know, and thanks for watching.